Republican Congressman Jason Chaffetz on the Judiciary and Oversight Committee in the House. Sir, good morning to you and welcome back here to America's News. I just want to get a baseline of knowledge here. How have you tried to reach out to these survivors who are now back stateside?
Well, I went to Libya shortly after the attack. I was able to visit with just a handful of people, but a lot of them I'm not able to talk with. So I've been trying to do this for the last 6 months. We know that some people were interviewed in Tripoli. We know that some went on to Germany, some were injured, some were interviewed there. We have at least one person from the State Department who is still in recovery at a hospital 6 months after the fact. I appreciate that Secretary Kerry went there, but they will not give us the names. In fact, we've been told that one of the people who actually went to the hospital had their name changed on the hospital records, so we can't even find this person.
Why would they not give you the names?
I don't know, Bill. This is one of the things why this continues to
there has
linger.
to be a reason why they're trying to protect these people from something or somebody like you. What do you think?
That's why it causes so many questions, because we are now in our 8th tranche of documents. It's still just a couple weeks ago. They're still giving us documents. It's 6 months after the fact. We still have whistleblowers who will provide us information. They won't allow us access to the materials that the Accountability Review Board looked at. We would like to do. We'd like to talk to the Accountability Review Board. They don't want to do that. We want to talk to the survivors. They won't do that. And then the president has the gall to go on television and say, oh, we're providing all the access. Bull-loney, bull crap. That is not happening.
How many are there, survivors? I've heard a dozen.
I don't even know.
I
don't even have a full list. And when they go to the hospital and they change their name, you're going to have lawmakers like myself who are going to go out there and continue to pound on the desk and say, Mr. President, the White House, Mr. Secretary, provide us this information. We're not going to let go of this until we get to the bottom of it.
All right. Now, you wonder about the condition of these survivors.
Yeah.
Are they able to talk? Are they still recovering from injuries? Do you have that answer?
Secretary Kerry said that he went and spoke with them. And again, this is just one individual. We have more than a dozen people that were engaged in this. We think we should be able to talk to. Look, we got 4 dead Americans. We got hundreds of embassies, thousands of people serving overseas. We want to understand what helped cause this and how do we prevent it in the future. That's the whole goal.
All right, I'm reading something here that Fox News has learned that the House Intelligence Committee and some of its members will be able to see some of the talking points that were circulated back in September. What do you know about that?
I know that the Senate, particularly Lindsey Graham, has been tenacious on this. They have some documents as well. But again, this begs the question, why won't the State Department just give us what we requested? And we're getting to the point, Bill, where we're going to be left with no choice except to issue a subpoena. We don't want to do that, but we're 6 months into this and we don't have the answer.
Let me come back to the subpoena. But if you had the talking points from September, how would that change the story, do you believe?
Well, I think we need to find out what led up to the attacks and how do we prevent that in the future, what went down in those 25 hours during the attack, and then afterwards, how the administration misled the American people and the world. I think those are 3 big buckets. Why
have you not issued a subpoena? I mean, obviously you're frustrated. I mean, you're getting nowhere at this point based on your current tactic. Why not go subpoena?
Look, if it was unilaterally left up to me, I would do that, and I would have done it months ago. But I don't make those decisions. I'm working closely with Chairman Issa, with the Speaker's office, but they've been, I think, exceptionally beyond patient. There comes a point where you just say, look, we've been polite, we've been nice, we're just not getting the answers. In fact, we continue to get the runaround.
Well, I'm assuming you've expressed that to committee heads on this, right?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
What would you expect to learn from the survivors if and when you get the opportunity to talk to them? What's your first question?
What happened? What kind of communication? Did you ask for air support? I'm really worried that once we did have injured, we did have dead bodies, the extraction of those people back out of Benghazi. Look, when a plane landed in Benghazi, we had injured people. That plane didn't go to Italy, which was the shortest. It went back to Tripoli. We had evacuated our embassy in Tripoli. Why in the world did that plane take you to Tripoli and then didn't get you back to Germany until 10 p.m. that night? I mean, there's so many things we want to learn about the warnings, about what happened on the getting them out of there. And then how do we find the perpetrators?
Yeah. Listen, we want to bring you back, and we'll be in touch with others, too, once they get a look at some of these talking points that circulated between the CIA, the State Department, and the White House, and what they might tell us about what happened on September 11th. Jason Chaffetz, thank you for your time today.
Thanks,
All right.
Well, this is